This is How I Met My Brother.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of How I Met My Brother. My name is Jeff Warchalik, and this is my good old pal, Jacob M. Cody. How you doing today, Jacob?
Oh, I'm doing great, Jeff. How about yourself?
I'm fine. Not too happy about the fact that, once again, another Monday we record. I drive through a monsoon to get here.
I was just going to say, dude, I was sitting at my desk, and it was probably like 3:45, and it just started pouring, and I was like, Jeff's almost on his way, and it's pouring. It's just another pod.
Yeah, literally, though.
Just another Manic Monday, as they say.
Manic Monday, yep. I think half of the Mondays we've recorded, like the last, few of them at least, last handful, it's been pouring. Not even like a light rain, it's just totally the skies open up.
It's kind of nature telling us, get inside and record the pod.
Yeah, that's true. Because otherwise it'd be golfing if it wasn't raining.
Oh, yeah. Or like playing ball or something outside,
True.
We're just a bunch of athletes that like to play outside.
Yeah, but I tell you that it was good because the clouds did part just in time for to open up the Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru line to get my oat milk iced mocha latte.
Yeah, you gotta have that clutch Dunkies run. So
all is well, really.
Yeah, that's good. I hate going through the drive-thru when it's like pouring rain or like snowing or like anything that like if I put my arm out there, I guess especially rain. When it's like pouring and it's like dripping all over you, and the moment you open, your just arm is soaked. And then on top of that, you get the paper bag usually if you're getting food, and then that's like soggy. And it's just like.
Well, it's not too bad when they have a canopy over where you order and where you pick up the food, but in Canterbury, there's not one over the ordering microphone there. So and like on a day like this, you can't even do it. I just drove by. I was like, this isn't worth it. But in Plainfield, they have a canopy, so
good.
It all worked out.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you made it here safe. Another dangerous ride, just for the listeners. You did it for them.
One of these days, I'm just not gonna make it.
I don't know why we're laughing.
This is so funny.
The Alpha will keep you safe.
Yeah. Yep.
You'll even if you crash, I'm sure like something would happen where just like the airbag saved you. You're sitting there, some Italian guy comes on the what is it, OnStar?
OnStar, yeah.
Jeff, are you okay? Fresh gabagoo coming to your car right now.
I think that costs extra. I don't think I bought that package.
You didn't pay for the OnStar Italian edition?
Yeah, the gabagool.
Yeah, that's. You should. There's like tiers to it. There's like regular, and then there's like Italian guy, and then there's like Mario.
Mario.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's good. Speaking of like driving and stuff, I was driving down the road. I don't even know what day it was last week, but I was up early for whatever reason. I think was going to pick something up before work, so I got up pretty early, probably like 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m., which maybe not be early for some of you guys, but for me that's like really early. So I'm like driving down the road. Sorry, I just had to preface that. I'm driving down the road, and there's been mad construction. I don't know if you've driven past it.
The sidewalk?
Yeah, the sidewalk, and like they're cutting off the road to like get to the highway and stuff. So I'm like trying to drive down there, and I can't. But there's like every day you just see a new character, like who's the guys who hold the sign.
Oh yeah.
So like there's those guys, and then there's the guys doing the construction, whatever. But like I feel like every time I drive by there's like it's a new weird character. Like they're like sending new weird people. Like I remember one time it was like this old lady, like really old lady, like I don't know why she was doing road construction at 6:30 a.m. I mean she was just flipping the sign, but she must have been like 70 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, really? But like just weird stuff like that. But then there's a guy on this day that I'm driving 6:30 a.m. and no joke, he's sitting there, like there's guys doing hardcore construction. He's sitting there smoking a cig, drinking a Diet Coke, and I'm like, Bro, there's nothing like a good old 6:30 a.m. cig and Diet Coke. Like, you can't beat that, brother.
No, you can't.
I just think, like, that man, his insides must just be screaming for help.
I'd like to know what he ate for breakfast, or if that was his breakfast.
I think that was. You know how, like, girls will post and be like, why does my tummy hurt? And then it's like shows their breakfast and it's like a Dunkin's iced coffee. Like, that's what this dude is. He's probably like, he probably gets home and he's like, oh, babe, my stomach's barking right now. Yeah. She's like, what'd you eat for breakfast? 12-pack of cigarettes and a Diet Coke.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like a bologna sandwich for lunch. Yeah. White bread with just mustard.
Yeah, I was going to say just freaking mustard.
I was wondering why his cholesterol is so high.
I don't know, Doc. I've been eating healthy for all these years. Same lunch every day.
Let's not talk about the Diet Coke and cigarettes.
Yeah. Well,
bologna.
Why did I have a heart attack at age 37? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Oh, man. That's good. I just had to mention that. I was thinking about that. I was like, man, like, I can't even... I mean, I never smoked a cigarette, so I don't know what that's like. Yeah. But, like, I can't even drink a Coke until, like, dinner time. Like, people who drink it earlier than noon, I'm like, what are you doing? But then to drink it at 6:30 in the... Like, first thing you wake up, you're like, yeah, Diet Coke.
Coke would be great right now.
But
well, I mean, I suppose it's not that much different from coffee. It's just a different taste. Well,
I guess.
I mean, there's caffeine in Coke.
That's true. Is there caffeine in Diet Coke, though?
I don't know. Actually, I'm not sure.
I think there is. I think the only... Like, there's a caffeine-free one as well. I don't know.
Maybe that's why he does it. His doctor told him not to have coffee anymore, so instead he switched to Coke.
That reminds me of this guy who I used to work at the Woodstock Fair with. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I think I might have... Did I ever mention this story of the guy with the Mountain Dews? Like he would
I don't think so.
No? So, if I did mention this, I'm sorry. But this guy, we're driving around, we're working together, we're in the golf cart. Our job was to like drive around and relieve people. Mm-hmm. And then you know, stroll around, make sure nobody's like killing each other or whatever. And this guy's telling me, like, he had already cracked open, like, 2 Mountain Dews, like, while we're driving, within, like, an hour. And I was like, oh, you like Mountain Dew? He's like, oh, yeah, man, I used to be a heavy drinker. And he's like, my doctor was like, you're gonna die, your liver's gonna drown, or whatever. He's, like, going on and on about how, like, his doctor told him to stop drinking. He's like, so I just was like, you know what, I gotta switch to something else. So I just love Mountain Dew. And I'm like, oh, that's cool, man. I was like, oh, so like how many do you drink? He's like, oh, you know, not too bad. And I'm thinking he's gonna say like 3 a day. Yeah. This man said he drinks 10 cans of Mountain Dew a day.
Come on.
10.
No, he doesn't.
I'm not even kidding. And I was like, he said 10 cans, and I was like, oh, in like a week? And he's like, no, a day. He's like, I got it, man. It just keeps me going. I was like, bro, you are gonna die. You are going to die very soon. I didn't say that.
Wow, that's... You know how much sugar and calories that is? It's got to be like 1,700 calories just Mountain Dew on the day and like 1,000 grams of sugar.
Bro, I love Mountain Dew. I can pound some Mountain Dew.
Yeah, you can.
I can pound... But 10 a day? Like, no. Like, I think my max... Like, at your bachelor party, I think I drank 4, maybe 5. But that was like an event. You know? Like... That's the only time I would do that. Like, and even then, after 4, I was like, all right, I need to stop. But like, 10 a day, bro? That is insane.
Yeah. You know what made me laugh today was I texted you. Obviously, I texted you asking you if you wanted a Dunkin' or anything at Dunkin'. Hey, Dunkin'. And you said, no, I already had a soda today. And I was like, what?
Well, I was okay. So here's my thing. All right. So I've been trying to cut back on like sugary drinks.
Okay.
And which has not really been successful, but we don't have to touch on that. But yeah. So I had a coffee this morning.
Okay.
I always have a coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta have your coffee in the morning. But I was eating lunch. Which I actually had some good food in my fridge. I know it's not gone now. I ate it all.
Usually it's Dunkin'.
Yeah, for real. But I had some like deli turkey and cheese, and I made the little thing, and I had some cheese and crackers, and
What kind of bread?
No bread.
You
I
just
did. I did
rolled
rolls.
up cheese.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you.
It was good, you know? So I had that, but I was like, gonna have some water, and then I opened my fridge, and there was just a can of Mountain Dew.
One lonely looking can of Mountain Dew tucked in the corner of the fridge.
Yeah.
Looking all sad.
It's like the guy, it's like that meme. It's like, they don't even know. Like, they don't even know I'm back here.
Yeah.
with Mountain Dew. But, you know, I'm not doing the do like the security guy.
Yeah.
Like, he does the do, let me tell you. But, you know, I love myself a good Mountain Dew. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get that. So I drank that. And it was like a bigger can. I bought it at the Cumberland
It was
Farms
like a 24 ouncer.
I think so, yeah.
Yikes.
Like a tall boy.
A tall boy Mountain Dew.
Big old tall boy.
Like a tall boy
Dew.
Mountain Dew.
But, yeah, I drank that, and then when you said Dunkies, I was like, you know what, I could go for a night, and I was like, that's a lot of sugar. I guess I could get it with no sugar, but I don't really like Dunkin's coffee with no sugar. So, and it hurts my little tummy sometimes, you know?
Yeah, your tummy gets upset pretty easily.
When it comes to, like, that stuff, yeah, like, too much coffee will give me, just a big tummy ache.
do you like black coffee?
If it's high quality... Like, I have some Brooklyn Roasting Company right now.
Yeah.
And it's very high quality coffee. I could drink that black. But, like, lower quality is, like, just, nah. But I don't like it. Like, I can drink it black. It's not bad, like, if I had to. Like, a couple weeks ago, I didn't have any cream or milk. I had just run out. And so, but I was like, I want to have my coffee. So, I drank it black, and it wasn't bad.
I like the Sunrise batch at Dunkin'. That's not bad. Black.
Yeah, I tried to get that the other day at the Dunkin' right down the road from here, and they were like, "Oh, we're out," and it was like 9:30 a.m.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I've been there and they don't have
like.
it.
Can you just get it at Sunrise? Is
I
that why
guess.
they call it the Sunrise
It's like
batch?
you can get it from like 4:30 to 6:30.
No, just the Sunrise, like a 6-minute window.
Oh wow, maybe.
Oh man.
Yeah, I need to take it easy. So you know how we like sawdust quite a bit. And I like the coffee of sawdust a lot.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan, but yeah.
You
Cappuccino.
like the cappuccino.
The cappuccino I got recently has been probably my go-to that I'll go to from now on.
My go-to that'll go to.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, yeah.
So I figured out what mocha powder they use, and I ordered it online. And so now in the mornings I brew my Nespresso pod of either espresso or just coffee, whatever blend I have on tap at the moment.
On tap.
I'll put 2 tablespoons of the mocha powder, and then I'll put a little bit of a barista virgin oat milk creamer. I'll use the frother and go like zing, 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 zing. Froths it all up. Throw some ice in there. It's good, but it's not good for me. So I need to cool it with the mocha powder a little bit. But
have you ever heard of Swiss mocha?
you mean like the hot chocolate company, Swiss?
No. It's like this. I don't know how to describe it. So my mom used to drink this like coffee thing, and it was basically like this little like tin can like this, like a rectangle, or a parallelogram. Is that right?
Well,
it's
a
like it's
rectangle
3D.
is a parallelogram.
But like, isn't the parallelogram like the 3D version, or am I just way off?
A parallelogram, I believe, is when each of the 4 sides, like 2 of them are parallel to one another, and the other 2 are also parallel.
Oh.
So, I think it's just a 3D rectangle.
Okay.
Like
anyways.
A rectangular shaped box.
Okay, a rectangular shaped box, and it was like a little tin box that was like the size. I don't know how to describe it. If you're watching the video, it's like this big. But it was like it had powder in it, and it was like you could get like a coffee mix that you'd put in your coffee, and it would give like a flavor, kind of like you're talking about. But they had this one flavor called Swiss mocha, and it wasn't hot chocolate, but it wasn't like coffee. But you'd put it in like hot water. And it was like, I mean, this is back in like early 2000s, like because I was a little kid. My mom would keep it like cans of them in her cupboard at work.
Yeah.
And I would go up there and I'd be like, oh yeah, baby, making some Swiss mocha. Anyway, that's what reminded me of that.
That's basically the same kind of stuff. It's like not hot chocolate, but it's not really coffee mocha powder either. It's somewhere in between. I think it's by Smoothie King. She showed us. We were with Jess's dad. And
David Senior.
David Senior, yes,
Yeah.
not David Junior.
We had to get that David Junior
we
plug
had to
in there
make
real
sure
quick.
we plug David Junior. David Senior and Jess's mom and Jess and I were there, and he was talking about how he really likes chives. I guess news to me. So he was like,
News to me.
"Oh, what kind of chai powder you have, or whatever."
That was a good little impersonation. What kind of chai powder you have, or whatever.
I think it was a chai. It was something like that. And she was like, "You want me to show you?" And he was like, "Yeah, show me." And so she showed him the chai powder Smoothie King, and I was like, "Can you show us what kind of mocha powder you used?" Just asking for a friend or whatever.
Itching your wrist, you're like,
Yeah, I need it. Inject it into my veins.
Need it.
So I had the hardest time finding this mocha powder online. It was like totally brutal.
I could just picture you at like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
You're on your laptop just searching like different mocha Smoothie King, mocha drink at Sawdust Coffee distributor, like searching through all these things. Jess is like, "Jeff, go to bed."
Yeah, I'm on like the 38th page of Google, and I finally find it. This little coffee shop in Worcester is like the only place that has it. And so I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna order," and I ordered like a 5-pound bag, which sounds bigger than it is. To my defense,
Oh man!
and
They're gonna be like,
psyched.
they're gonna be like, "Oh, you're opening up a coffee shop?"
That's what I thought too.
Just me.
I'm gonna rename like the mailing address and be like J&J Roasting Company or something. At my home address.
Oh, that's funny.
I was thinking that too. And then they emailed me and they were like, "Oh, sorry, this is out of stock right now. Would you like us to cancel the order or wait?" I was like, "Oh, fine, I'll wait, I guess."
I'll wait on back order.
It actually didn't take that long. It was like 2 weeks. So
that's not bad.
I've got it, and we're like probably 2/3, 3/4 of the way through the bag. It's been a while though. It's been like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks.
Yeah, sure. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 M's in my bank account. And,
So good.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of it, but
Yeah, I don't.
I've
get
had
that.
it. Yeah.
Well, you're not a big chocolate guy.
I am a big chocolate guy.
Clearly not.
What do you mean, bro? I love chocolate.
I don't think so.
What? I used to literally eat a bar of chocolate every day before I went to bed. A bar, like a Hershey bar of chocolate.
You sound like Ricky.
Every day.
Side note, Ricky, my college roommate, when we, he listens regularly, so he'll get a kick out of this. When we lived together in college, every night, every single night, he had to have candy right before bed. Like, literally, he'd be like, "All right, Jeff, ready for bed?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, man, all right, I'm ready. Let's go to sleep."
This is what you did? "Hey, Jeff, are you ready?" Yeah, okay, I'm ready. Let's go to bed.
Yeah, in our separate beds, but he was like, "All right, let me just have some candy real quick." And he'd have like a handful of sour.
Actually, I have some candy in my bucket right now. I have a little bucket that I put my candy in.
I know, I see that all the time.
Yeah, I have tons. I'm a big chocolate guy, so don't you ever doubt me.
Well, you're a big chocolate peanut butter guy. You're not really a big chocolate guy.
No, I'm bigger chocolate. What are you talking about?
David Jr. is also a very big chocolate peanut butter guy.
Dude, I'm actually more of a chocolate guy than I'm chocolate peanut butter.
I don't know. I'd like to see that.
I literally would eat Hershey bars of milk chocolate.
So why don't you like the mocha from Sawdust?
I just don't like. I like mochas. I just don't like the powder.
So when you get a mocha, where do you get it, and do you like it?
I've had a mocha. I used to get mocha fraps from.
Oh, that's a
Starbucks.
That's a milkshake.
No, it's like just an iced drink.
No,
or like a mocha.
That's a milkshake.
Or a mocha iced coffee from McDonald's, but theirs is like the squirt.
I don't think they have mocha anymore.
Well, I'm saying I used to. I don't know.
Okay.
When I get coffee now, I usually get hazelnut, but
I like hazelnut. That's the first coffee I got hooked on, actually.
But I used to be only like those like mocha drinks that Starbucks would have in the glass bottles.
Yeah.
And like other mocha stuff. That was like all I was allowed to have when I was a kid. Because mocha, if you didn't know, is half chocolate, half coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Mocha.
Mm-hmm.
So I was only allowed to have that because my mom didn't want me to have full coffee because I was a psycho.
I feel like, yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
I feel like
You heard the stories last week.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but on full coffee.
Boy, thank goodness no one gave you a Red Bull or something when you were 10.
Oh man, no, I used to drink Monsters like regularly though, so I don't even know.
Did you?
I remember when I was when I was in like 6th to 8th grade, I was homeschooled. I know, idiot.
Yeah, you can tell. It shows. He was homeschooled and it shows.
Yeah, whatever. I was homeschooled, and I would go to my mom's work, which was our church.
Mm-hmm.
She's a church secretary, and I would go there and do my homework every day. And then some of my friends would come that were homeschooled, or like on Sundays when we were at church. But there's a variety store across the street from our church called Rollies, and it had like 10-cent candies and like drinks and all that. It wasn't a gas station; it was literally just a variety store. And so we would go down there. I would go down there and walk, and I'd get the yellow Monster. I think it was like M80 or something like that it was called. And most of the time, my mom would be like, you need to ask me before you get one, because they're not good for you. And I was like, okay. And I'd be like, hey, Mom, can I go get like something at the... And she's like, yeah, but don't get a Monster. And then I would get the Monster, and I would like chug it. Like, I remember, like, I would buy the Monster and the drink I told her I was going to get, and I would, like, crack that bad Larry open, just chug it real quick, and then walk up and, like, drink a little bit of the soda that I got, or, like, the juice I got, and my mom would be like, oh, good. I was like, yeah. Like, while I'm shaking.
Someone in their car passing by the convenience store saw, like, a 12-year-old shotgunning a Monster in the parking lot alone. And that was you.
They're like, that kid's name is Kyle. Oh, man. Yeah. Good times.
I probably had like 1 or 2 Monsters in my life. They used to sponsor Robbie Gordon in NASCAR, so I was like a big Monster guy. But
I could see you wearing like the NASCAR Monster shirt, or like having the Monster hat or something.
Yeah, like the flat brim Monster hat.
That's so... You know what's funny to me is that like those were like so popular for like skateboarders and stuff.
Yeah.
And like it's just fun. I mean, I guess because they would sponsor like dirt bikes and cars and stuff. Mm-hmm. But like it was just funny to me that like this random energy drink company had like apparel.
I know.
You know, like shirts and like hats.
Well, they turn into a lifestyle brand, basically.
It's just funny, you know, like how that just happens. Like you don't see me walking around with like a milk hat. You know what I mean? Like a hood milk hat. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, but if Milk were smart, they would start sponsoring things, and then it would be trendy.
I mean, Hood does sponsor, but you don't.
Yeah, but it's different. Well, like with any kind of motorsports like that, like dirt bikes or racing, or like F1, you have Team Red Bull.
Yeah.
And so, like, Red Bull is the identity of the team, and so, like, really big fans of that team are going to be, like, all in on Red Bull, buy the apparel, drink Red Bull, do all that things. That's why the sponsorship and that kind of, field is really, really smart and different than anything else. Because, like, the Yankees, they're not branded. They have their own Yankees brand, but they don't have, like, a product that they're promoting. You know what I mean? Not, like, really directly like that.
Yeah, I get that. I don't know. I just thought it was funny. Because I would be like, why are we, like, wearing, like, hats with, like, drinks on?
Yeah, no, I know. It's really
weird.
What I mean?
But I get that. I guess I was never a fan of the motocross, so I don't really fully understand the brand loyalty over there.
Yeah, you wouldn't get it.
Yeah. Jeff's like, I bled motocross.
Yeah, I was a big DuPont guy when I was 8 years old.
That was Jeff Gordon, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I know my stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Just kidding. I only know Jeff Gordon.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So, it's become apparent to me that inflation has truly hit. I don't know why.
Wait a second. We're going from Monster to, like, an economic discussion about this depression we're going into.
Yeah, this is a depression. You mean recession?
Whatever, bro.
It's all the same.
Yeah.
Recessions make you depressed.
It is making me depressed.
Yeah. Welcome to my TED Talk.
Oh, man. Yeah, okay, so...
No, but...
Inflation is... And why did you come to this realization?
Well, for those who have been listening to from the beginning of the pod, know that my barber's name is Rusty.
Oh, bringing it back to episode numero uno.
Yep. So Rusty, located in Willimantic, great guy.
Doesn't pay his taxes, remember that.
Yes, also true. Well, let's not accuse him of anything, but...
I don't know,
He may pay his taxes.
I don't know, bro. Anyways.
With all that cash that we all give him. Anyways, he has raised his prices, which is shocking to me. It's no longer $14 to get a haircut. It's now $18.
18?
Yeah.
A full $4 raise of prices?
It's like 25% almost.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
That's wild.
Yeah, so nothing's really changed for me because I always used to just give him a 20 and tell him to keep the change, and now I just give him a 20 and tell him to keep the change.
Yeah, so really his tip is just decreased.
Yeah.
Which sucks for him. But he can't really say, he's not going to be like, Jeff,
yeah.
Where's my $6 tip?
Well, it's never going to change either. It's always going to be $20. Even if his price goes to $22, I'm paying him $20. And
Rusty's got a line out the door. He's going to tell you to get lost.
No, I don't think so. I've been loyal to him, and I've tipped him well from the beginning.
You know what? Actually, he might be like, you know what, Jeff? It stays 14 for you.
He likes me. You know, it's funny too. I told him, he didn't know this, that I'm getting married in October. And I was like, I don't remember what we were talking about, but somehow it came up, and I was like, yeah, like, I just had my bachelor party, whatever, and I'm getting married in October. And he was like, really? Why?
That is exactly what I figured he would say. Why?
It's like, huh?
You can't trust no woman, you can't trust no government.
It's about right, really. Yeah, it's the other owner.
Sounds like me in 50 years.
It's probably right. And, you know, they're those kinds of guys. Like the other owner or whatever. I don't know if he works there or if he owns it. We got into the discussion about, like, my family has the roofing company and that's what we do and all that and construction and everything. Because he said his roof was leaking. So I was like, you know, plug.
Oh yeah, you got to plug it in.
He was like, I actually prefaced it because I knew where this was going to go. I said, you know, you don't really seem like the type of guy to hire somebody to do these things, but, you know, my family, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, yeah, no, I'm not that kind of guy. You're right. I'm going to go fix it tomorrow. They're great guys, though, but.
That's funny.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, no, inflation is definitely... You know, I'll tell you what, the gas price dropped a little bit. But it's still, like, just actively, everything else is just getting worse. Like, it's just more expensive to, like, own stuff.
Yeah, and in Canterbury, the gas hasn't even gone down that much. It's more expensive than anywhere else, by far. We're like, for regular, I don't really know because I don't use regular gas.
Yeah, we're better than that for sure. Premium.
I think it's somewhere around
whatever.
Like $4.20 still a gallon, and everywhere I see around here is like under $4.
Yeah, it's been everywhere that I've gone to fill up the regular is like $3.80.
Yeah, in Willimantic it was like $3.75.
Yeah, Willimantic is always busy. I'm busy. Why did I say that? Always cheap.
Which makes it pretty busy.
It's very busy. Yeah. Yeah, they're always usually pretty cheap, but no matter what, I feel like the premium hasn't gone down.
No.
Because usually it's like 50.
It's
usually like 50 to 70 cents more.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember I went somewhere, it was $3.80, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be like under $5. It was $5.20. I was like,
is that much, really?
Yeah.
Was that recent?
Yeah, like 2-3 weeks ago.
I think I just filled up for like $4.89 a gallon, which is still more expensive.
It's been under $5 the past couple weeks, that's for sure.
Yeah, but it's still way higher.
Yeah, and you know what? So this past weekend, or no, the weekend before, where I was hanging out with a bunch of my friends, and like they were like, "Oh, let's play this game, Hostage." Have you ever played Hostage?
No.
So it's this game where you have two teams, or you can have more than two teams, but usually it's two teams, and each team sends two players to the other team in their car, and they have to be blindfolded, and they get dropped off at a random place. usually within like a radius or towns. Yeah, so you drop them off, and then you have 8 minutes or 7 to 10 minutes, whatever you can adjust these rules. But how we played was you have 7 minutes to drop them off to get to the spot where you want to drop them off. Then you drop them off, and then as soon as you drop them off, then you have to find your 2 players, and you call them, and you can only ask yes or no questions for the first 5 minutes. So like, do you get it?
Yeah, I'm just surprised. It sounds dangerous.
So anyway, yeah, it can be. But we live in like the middle of the country, so like whatever. But yeah, so then you only have, and then after the 5 minutes, the only thing you can't do is like look it up on a GPS. But like you can be like, oh, I see a road sign. So actually, once you get dropped off, you can only take 10 steps. So like if they drop you off in a good enough spot, like they thought it out well, like you won't be able to see any landmarks or road signs or anything. So it's like, but you have your cell phone. But yeah, so we're playing this game, and they were all like, we did the first round or whatever, and we like lost, but like we barely lost. And then the second round, they're like, yo, some of them call me J. Cody.
Oh.
Yeah, kind of a cool nickname.
It's cool.
Whatever.
It's like J. Cole.
Yeah, kind of, but with just one letter off.
Yep, very good.
So they're like, yo, J. Cody, you got to be the guy. And I was like, maybe not. And they were like, no. And everybody's like, yo, J. Cody. And I was like, all right, I'll do it.
Who's the guy? The guy that drops? Or
like everybody.
The hostage?
I was the hostage.
Oh, wow.
So they blindfolded me, and then this kid, Hunter, I'll give a shout out to Hunter. I think he listens sometimes. Maybe not. I don't know. But Hunter's driving on their team, and it's like 6-on-6. So like 2 people are the hostages, and then 4 try to find those 2 people. Okay. But Hunter's dropping us off in his truck, and we're like on the way, and you're supposed to drop off in like a well-lit area and somewhere that's like you have some sort of chance to figure it out. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like a landmark, like a bank, or like somewhere like, or a business, but not like just a residential area. So, and you're supposed to stick to the towns that you're in. So anyway, we're going somewhere, and all I hear, and like we're blindfolded, but we can still hear. But all we hear is this other girl, Olivia. She was like, Hunter, where are you going? And he's like, drop it. And then he like whispers to where they're going, and she's like, no, it's like dark, and like no. He's like, oh, you can't do it in the dark. And she was like, no. And so he's like, all right, we'll find light. So then he just finds the closest street light, stops the truck, and he's like, all right, get out.
He definitely hates you.
No, he actually likes me, but
it was you dead.
It was kind of funny. But so then it's me and my buddy Jordan. We get out of the car, and we take our blindfolds off, and they're like, all right, you got 10 steps. And we're looking around, bro. We're in the middle of a residential area. No, we don't know. There's just one street light, and there's nothing else. There's like a house here and a house here, and then nothing. And we're like, and then like they call us, like our team, and they're like, yo, like they're asking us questions like, are you near a business? Like, are you near a bank? Are you near a post office? And we're like, no. They're like how? And we were like, we don't know what we don't know what to say, because we literally just said no to everything. Yeah. So then the 5 minutes are up, and we're like, all right, because we could see a street sign, and I think I forgot what the street name was, but we were like, oh, we're on this street, and they're like, okay, like we don't know that street. So we're like trying to figure it out, and then I'm like, I'm not gonna cheat because you can't look at Google Maps, but I was like, I don't think we were playing only in Killingly and Pomfret. Yeah. Those are the only 2 towns you could drop off in. I look at my maps, we're in the middle of Brooklyn. And I was like, wait a second. So then my case. I find so I find like a landmark near us, and I'm like giving them hints to try to, because they cheated, so I was like, I'm gonna cheat a little bit. Yeah. So I was like giving them hints, and they figured it out and came to find us. But it was just so funny because we were just like in the middle of nowhere, and they like barely beat us, and we were like, you guys dropped us off in the middle of nowhere. But anyways, all that to say, I don't know why they wanted to play this game, because gas is super expensive and you drive around.
It took a lot to get to that point.
Yeah, I know. But they were like Jay Cody, you gotta drive, and I was like, no way.
No, I'm not driving.
No way. That'll cost me like $40.
I'm not driving the Audi around town for a joyride.
I'll be Audi.
Yeah. Yeah,
get
very
it?
good. Yeah, that's good.
Very good.
I feel like I have a lot of things to say about that.
Yeah? Hit me with it. What do you think?
Who do you play these games with? I feel like every week we talk about a new game that you played, and they're all just like insane.
Okay, well, so this game Hostage was actually they said, or they didn't say or claim that they made it up, but they're like, oh, we don't really know anyone else who knows this game.
Yeah.
And we used to play in college, but we played like a hardcore version. Like, didn't matter where, you could just drop you off anywhere. Like, it didn't matter. So like in college we used to play because there was nothing to do. But that's when gas was like $1.20.
Yeah.
So like, especially in Virginia, like it was mad cheap. So we had nothing else to do and we would just play this game. And when they said that, I was like, oh, I don't really want to play this because it's so expensive. But just like, you know.
Why not make it more dangerous? And whoever you're dropping off the hostage, why don't you take their cell phone, tie their hands behind their back, and put a bandana over their eyes?
We could do that. We'll call it Hostage Plus.
I mean, you know, if you're gonna make it that insane, just make it a little bit more crazy. Imagine being in that like neighborhood in Brooklyn, and it's what time were you playing? It was late. It was
it was like 11 p.m.
Imagine being a father in a residential neighborhood, looking out the window, and you see this sketchy truck drive by and drop two kids off
we were
like in your lawn. And then they just stand there for like 20 minutes.
I was thinking that because we were like trying to figure this out, and I was looking and like a light went on in someone's house, and I was like, yeah, these people are watching us right now. We're just like standing in the middle of the road. And we stood there for probably like 20 to 25 minutes.
The people in Canterbury, that would be on the Facebook page, the town Facebook page.
Oh, I'd be all over that, bro.
Two random kids standing in the street. It's 11 p.m. And then all the comments would flood in. Oh, call the cops, you know. Go question them. Shoot them.
Yeah, probably, bro. Canterbury?
Yeah.
I'm in that page.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're crazy.
Yeah.
You haven't been too savage on Facebook.
I haven't been very active, but I need to
like
get back to it. Yeah, my Facebook savage days, they're not over. They're just hibernating right now.
We're coming back.
They'll make a comeback. I saw one the other day, and I was so tempted, but like so many people had commented, like that it was like so serious.
Yeah.
That it was like I was like I don't feel like getting like the cops called on me or anything. But it was something about like these two like bicycle guy, like these two kids on bicycles have been like riding around town and like stealing stuff out of people's cars or whatever, and they catch them on the nest or whatever, but they can't get faces or whatever. And I was gonna comment something like let me camp out in your like garage all night and I'll catch them or something like that, just to like, you know, get it. But then like other people were commenting, and like one kid was like, or one lady was like, yeah, this kid beat up my son. Like, we know who he is. Don't worry, we've and like they were like going hard. I was like, all right, I better leave this one alone, you know.
There was one similar that you commented on not too long ago, and it was about a coyote that was in someone's yard, and they were like, "What do I do to get rid of these coyotes or whatever?" And you were like, "Give me a call. I'll take care of them." And she was like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I would really appreciate it."
Bro, I gave her my number. No lie, I messaged her. I show you. I or either that or I like told her to direct. No, I think I gave her my number.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm expecting a call. And she's like, I think I said like, oh yeah, I have a bat in my.
Yes,
trunk.
you did. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I have a bat in my trunk. I'll be over there whenever you need.
The other one that was really funny recently was the one
I would have done it too.
I know you would have. About you definitely would have. The one about the Verizon store. What happened? They were giving out free backpacks. I wish I had a screenshot of it.
Well, they deleted my comment.
I took a screenshot, but my phone is busy right now.
So yeah, so what happened was they had this someone on like the group post. I think it was like Woodstock page or something like that, and they're like, Verizon's giving away like backpacks at this store and like school supplies or something like that. And this one guy comments and was like, Verizon are a bunch of thieves, and like going off on Verizon. And I was like, I just added like backpacked on it. I was like, yeah, down with Verizon. They steal our money, and like, people were, and then she like commented like this whole long thing, and about how like whatever, and I was like, no, I'm never dealing with those scumbags or something. Or like thieves or whatever. I forgot what I said exactly.
Yeah, I thought it was cowards or thieves.
Cowards. Yeah, I said cowards. And I think I said both actually.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was funny.
That was really funny. And then she was like, OMG, people, this isn't about Verizon. It's about how they're giving away free backpacks for kids who needs them.
And then they like threatened to kick me off the page. I got like a notice. And they deleted my comment, or they deleted my comment, and in there they were like, "This is like strike one" or something like that, or strike two. I get kicked out of these pages very often, so
I find it funny how occasionally when there's one about people who speed or drive recklessly, you or Norm at me, and you're like, "It was Jeff Warchalik." He does this all the time.
Those are the funniest ones. I used to do this thing in college too. So in college we had like a Lynch, or it was Lynchburg. Whoa, it was the town that my college was in was called Lynchburg, and it was either a Lynchburg community or maybe Liberty community or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was like a bunch of people were in it, but they would like post the same things. They'd be like, hey, like pictures of like, oh, this student was driving past and almost hit me by the Walmart or whatever.
Yeah.
And I would tag my friends in them and like convince the people that this was the... So like, I remember my friend Jake, I would always do it to him. There was one lady, and I remember this vividly, and I wish I could like find it somehow. But she posted this picture of like this guy's car that she got on like from like a security camera or something like that almost hit her, or like she was walking across the street and like it hit her bag and like her groceries went everywhere or something like that. It was bad, but like she was unharmed, so I was like, this is all right. So I like commented, and I was like, I tagged my friend Jake, and I was like this looks an awful lot like your car. And the lady like commented back like immediately. It was like give me this man's like personal information. And I was like, and I probably took it a little too far, but I was like, yeah, Jake, and I said his last name, and I like tagged him again. I was like, this is him. He's known for recklessly driving. I used to be his roommate, but he didn't pay rent, and I made up like this whole long story, and this lady was going off, like tagging him in comments, and was like, meet me at Walmart tonight. You like you're like scared. You're a coward. Like was going off on this guy, and he just like came into my room. He was like across the hall from me. He comes to my room and he's like, dude, what are you doing? Pranks like that just make me laugh so hard. Or like, we did this prank in college where we would come up with like, so like our college went to a Christian university, and so like we'd have like big name, we're like one of the largest ones in the country, or in the world really. And so we had like big name Christian artists or like rappers or like speakers come, and Lecrae was coming once.
Okay.
And so I printed this poster where I was like, everybody knew Lecrae was coming this weekend, and I printed this poster with Lecrae's face on it, and I was like, it was like, here's Lecrae's phone number, like give it a call, and like leave him a voicemail of how of something you want him to sing this weekend, or like something like that, where I was like, yeah, give Lecrae a phone call. This is like his fan phone. And it was my friend's phone number.
Oh, man.
And so, like, he was getting non-stop phone calls from people, like, being like, yo, Lecrae, what's up, man? Like, play your bet. Like, he was like... Oh, man. Yeah. It's a good revenge. Like, if someone makes you mad, like, you can do this. Like, I don't think it's illegal. Maybe. But
yeah, I don't know.
But, like, I also did it with somewhere else where I posted an ad on Craigslist. And I said free pigs.
Oh yeah, you told me about this.
Yeah,
this is pretty funny.
Free pigs, and then I put his number, so he kept getting calls about like, and like I put it like on like a big area in like I think Maryland or something like that. And I was like, yeah, call this number, free pigs. I'm just trying to get rid of them. I'm getting evicted from my house, and I like posted this dude's number in it, and I think it got taken down because it got reported so many times. But he got calls like nonstop. He sent me like a screenshot of like 40 voicemails about like calling for that, and I was like, yeah, that's right, baby, because he like pranked me, and I was like, I gotta get this guy back.
Yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it now. Yes, hello, this is Billy. I'm just calling about them hogs you got listed on Craigslist. So give me a call back, please, Smogs.
Dude, it must have been exactly like just so many calls about free pigs, bro. Oh man.
Yeah, you were a bad kid.
I was a savage. I mean, that was like a couple years ago, but
I know you're still a bad kid. No, that's harmless. That's funny.
It's just it's funny. The pranks and the Facebook page, honestly, like I'm glad that you picked up and noticed them. And I'm like my friend Neil, he always dies laughing, and he'll like send me screenshots of my comments.
Yeah.
And like he loves them, and like some people will notice them, but like honestly, like I'm all about the just by it's like it's just so funny to me.
That's my humor as well.
It's like enjoyment. Like even if you never noticed,
you would still.
I would just rip those comments, and I would sit there at like 1 a.m. in my bed in the dark, just my phone on. And I'd be like, "This is so funny," and I would just be dying laughing. I think it's so funny.
When you say that, it makes it much less of a crime.
Exactly. It's just... And like with the Verizon lady, like after they were like, people started ganging up on me, and they're like, this is a good thing for the children.
I know.
And I was like, all right, bro, I'm so sorry. I like put like a frowny face. I was like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did too. Oh, we were together when you did that. I don't remember where we were going.
Yeah, we were in the tux fitting for your wedding.
Oh, the tux fitting.
Yeah,
that was good.
I had some free time. My favorite now, the best thing is, so I haven't been too active on them, but like sometimes you or your brother will like send me one in Facebook messages, and they're like, it's time. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, and I like put my gloves on. I'm like, all right, let's get going.
You're so fearless.
Oh man, I love it.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting for the opportunity to like, because imagine. So go back to the coyote story. Imagine that lady called me, and I showed up with a bat. Like, just imagine that for a second. This lady's probably like, what is it? Like, this guy's, what? He's with you with a bat? And imagine I just, like, whacked that coyote. Like, dude, for the small chance that I would live or not get, like really harmed in that, imagine my face with, like crouched next to a coyote, which is, like, my thumbs up and a bat. You know what I mean?
After you beat the living daylights out of it.
That would be legendary, bro.
I think if you do that, you have to show up in like a Mike Myers costume or something with a hockey mask and like a baseball bat and a machete and Jason. Yeah.
A Mike Myers mask would be pretty funny though.
Yeah.
No, I think that would be like if that's what I was known for in my town. Like people went on the page and like, yo, this dude killed a coyote with a baseball bat after he was called to action.
I think that would definitely get you invited back to Woodstock Academy to do the commencement speech.
Oh, that would live on for centuries. I want to leave my legacy to my town. If I ever leave it, I gotta. So I'm looking for opportunities. So if you have any wild animals in your backyard that need to be exterminated, I'll go grab my Louisville. I'm ready.
My Louisville.
Oh man! Or like, what if I just showed up with a different like sporting equipment? Like I just showed up with, like a tennis racket. Like somebody's like, I have a really bad like bobcat situation, and I just showed up with like a freaking tennis racket with like a headband on, tennis shorts. I'm like, yeah, I'm ready.
You shave your beard and you just have the mustache. Like a tank top and jorts or something, a tennis racket.
Dude, I'm... Oh, man, I think that'd be great.
Yeah, we'll get you. I just know how it lights up my day whenever I see scrolling through Facebook or Meta, as they call it, and see Jacob Cody commented on a status in Norwich Community Forum. I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be good.
The best part is, like, most of the ones that I'm in, I don't even live there, but they let me in, and then I usually get kicked out after a while if they see too many comments. But
yeah, it's all ridiculous stuff.
It's worth it.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that and Facebook Marketplace. I've slowed down on the Facebook Marketplace, but I usually I've been kicked out of way too many like yard sale pages because I would like comment and be like, I would like get them like to the point where they thought that they were gonna get a sale.
That's tough. I don't know. That might be a little too far.
No, like I wasn't like I would just like ask a bunch of questions or like ask dumb questions and like act like I'm serious.
Dude,
you know what I mean? Like you know those little motorized vehicles that the kids have.
Yeah, moped.
Yeah. No, like a.
Oh, an RC car.
Yeah, but it's like big, like where you can get into
it
like as
Power
a kid.
Wheel.
Yeah. This dude's just naming. Oh, an RC? Oh, a Power Wheel. Okay. Yeah, like I remember one time I like commented on one of them. Like this lady was selling it for like $100, and I was like, "Is this diesel?" And the lady was like, "This is a battery powered." I was like, "Oh, they make electric?" I was like, I didn't realize.
Yeah, it's like a dump truck.
Yeah.
You think it's like a real dump truck for $50?
I know. I thought it was. I was like pretending that it was like a real truck, and I was like, that's weird. I didn't know they made electric trucks. And the lady was like, "This is for kids," and I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Like I acted like I was serious. Oh, it's just funny, man.
Oh, that is. Yeah, that's good. That's really pretty funny. I think you need to keep one, like just totally clean though. Like the Killingly, Connecticut yard sale is the pinnacle of all the local Facebook yard pages. It is. So I would keep that one clean. But Norwich or Webster, any of those other trashy towns.
Yeah. Whoa, hey. Calling them out. Yeah. I used to live in Webster, and let me tell you, the water came out brown when I turned it on. So I agree. No, I still say stuff in the other ones, but not as bad. So I haven't been kicked out of that one.
Yeah, I would definitely keep that one.
And the Thompson one is awful.
Isn't that the one like Thompson, Webster, Oxford?
No, there's just a Thompson, Connecticut yard sale.
Oh, I'm not in that one.
And that's the one that has like these spam people who are like, "You want an Amazon driver job for $40 an hour and still work at home? Click this ad today." And then the name's like Brafit Junomin, and you're like, what? And people fall for it, bro. Like people will comment and be like. "Oh yeah, I need a new job," and I'm like, "Bro, this is obviously so fake.
Yeah.
This person's profile picture is of like a goat, and they're like, their name is clearly not American. Like, oh man."
Yeah, and then I feel bad because usually, not usually, but sometimes, like the people that say they're interested, it's like a 20-year-old stay-at-home mom.
I know.
And she's like, "Interested, exclamation point. Please message me. I would love to have an opportunity to work with you." And I'm like, "Oh, man. Somebody's got to tell her."
But there was this guy, and you know about this guy, but there's this guy on this Thompson one where I forgot his name. I think his name was Tom. But he would comment on them and be like,
"We've talked about
POS scammer."
Yeah. And you commented back and you were like, "Doing the Lord's work, Tom." Or something like.
I would comment on all his things, and I would like either chant his name. I'd be like, "Tom, Tom, Tom," or like.
You did too. You really did that. Oh my gosh.
He loved it. He liked every single comment that I posted.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was on his side.
I would love to meet him in person. That's got to be an interesting character.
We'll get him on the pod.
Tom. Imagine, hey, the next the next Fight Club matchup is Tom and then Bratit. Or whatever his name is.
Brashit Furman.
Yeah, versus Tom. It's going to be pay-per-view. It's going to be streamed live on the Thompson, Connecticut yard sale site.
It's streamed live on... Dude, that'd be funny if they let us do that. That would be hilarious.
Well, clearly the admins don't care about what goes on.
Oh, no, they don't care at all. Yeah, they'll be like... They'll post videos. It'll be... Like, those ones are like scams and like actually have something to do with the thing. But then sometimes they'll just be like... "Watch this crocodile eat this baby monkey," and it's like, bro, what? Why is this?
How can the admins approve this?
Oh man, that's good.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Yeah, you want to take it?
Yeah, let's take it.
Let's take it home.
Yeah. All right, everybody.
This is the first time that we've actually taken it home on the first try.
I know. I'm waiting for. I was about to say it, and then I was like, no, he's got something.
No.
All right, everybody. Thanks for another episode of. Almost said "Oops" the podcast. Yikes! Wrong pod.
That's funny.
Well, thanks.
Thanks for listening to How I Met My Brother podcast. Please give us a rating on Spotify and Apple Music. Check us out on YouTube. Same thing, How I Met My Brother Pod. We should come up first. I looked it up the other day. It's still first there.
Yep.
How I Met My Brother Pod on Instagram. And it's also TikTok. It's the same. And
It's
then,
also on the YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I already said.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah.
But
toast.
then How I Met My Brother Pod at gmail.com. Send us some funny stories. If you have crazy things that you do that you think are funny, you want me to try out, I'll do them. No charge.
Send us Facebook
For
posts.
free. Pranks. You want me to prank your friend? I'll do it for free. Email me, howimetmybrotherpod at gmail.com.
I think we could monetize that. But
the first one's on me.
All right, first.
And if you like it, maybe a discount, but it'll be, yeah. All right, guys, we'll see you next week.